Hey, come see us on tour. We'll be in Tempe, Arizona, Burbank, California, and we're going to be in Honolulu, January 11th. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets. So I don't know if you saw this story. You probably did if you're on social media. So they're saying Bobby Kennedy had an affair with a CNN journalist. Okay.
I saw this.
Hold on. Hold on. Here's the story from CNN. Once America's most acclaimed magazine writers, one of America's most acclaimed magazine writers, Olivia Nuzzi, they refer to her, CNN refers to her as one of America's most acclaimed.
Never heard of her till this
moment. Acclaimed. I've heard of her, but I didn't know she was. But I'll give it to him. I'm telling you that because that's how CNN refers to her. Of Olivia of New York Magazine, she has been placed on leave while a third-party review is conducted after Nuzzi disclosed that she had, quote, engaged in a personal relationship with a former subject relevant to the 2024 campaign while she was reporting on the campaign. While the magazine did not identify the subject, a person with direct knowledge of the matter told CNN that the relationship was with Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Wow, so they're having an affair. I'm like, oh my gosh, as I'm reading this, I'm like, oh my gosh, golly gee willikers.
Where's this guy find the time?
Where does he find the time? He's got a Hollywood starlet back in Los Angeles. Yeah, and he's out there
between faking bear, bear locations and transporting whale heads.
But wait for the next sentence. So the person said the relationship was emotional and digital in nature, not physical. What?
Am I in a Mighty Wind, that Christopher Guest thing where he goes, most of my family's abuse was musical in nature?
So it's not a real relationship then. Well, maybe they had some ongoing flirtation for years in secret, and he was emotionally cheating.
Yeah, that's
wait a minute.
Almost a thing, yeah.
But wait. So maybe that's the thing. This is what's going through my head as I'm reading this.
Right. Me too.
A Kennedy spokesperson told CNN, Mr. Kennedy only met Olivia Nuzzi once in his entire life, and it was for an interview that she requested, which she then went on to write a hit piece on him. Wait a minute. So they only met once, and that interview, she wrote a smear piece. So how can we see these personal, emotional, digital relationship texts? Because why aren't they included in this disclosure? And so it wasn't, I mean.
Well, why aren't you showing us the messages? This is real easy. If it's damning evidence, they're saying, I just realized this now, but it sounds like CNN caught her red-handed.
Yeah.
And she had to admit to something, which makes no sense. I thought it was her going, I need to come forward about this. But CNN's like, that is the least. CNN, if you'll recall, had the Fredo Cuomo and his brother Andrew Cuomo hour. Are you kidding me? And CNN's like, oh, this is a breach of trust. What was the relationship? Can we see it?
So New York Magazine has placed her on leave. I'd love to see it, but
digitally.
So what I loved. So they didn't have an affair, and they only met one time.
They play World of Warcraft together on the computer.
So I put, wait, what? So it wasn't physical. So what does that mean? This is a scandal? I honestly don't get what's going on here. So Michael Tracy, by the way, is the one who tweeted this out. He says the same. He basically just has a 15 question marks, which I'll interpret as, huh?
Yeah, did he cross state lines? I know that's something.
Maybe he crossed state lines with a text.
He crossed state lines, Jimmy.
Kim Iverson then responds to me and says, dick pics, Jimmy, dick pics. First of all, that's offensive. I'm not sending you my dick pics, Kim.
I've already sent you plenty.
I've sent her plenty, and she's been, ever since New Year's, she's been bugging me for dick pics.
I got other things to worry about.
So this guy says, Robert Bruce Wilsey, I like a guy with 3 names, just in case he gets caught trying to assassinate the president. Reading between the lines, it sounds like I met RFK Jr., and because he wasn't interested in me, I hate him and wrote a hit piece on him. That's about as personal as I can make sense of all this. That's very plausible. And then Bronco Nation says, anything to smear every single person associated with Trump. They will stop at nothing to keep him and RFK out of the White House. Expect a lot more of these lies in the next month. This seems like
Is it a lie? I don't know what they're saying. Is it even a lie? I don't even know what the story is. Is it enough to be a lie?
Well, yeah, because everybody in social media is now saying that he had an affair. That's the story now. But that doesn't sound like an affair to me at all.
Well, there shouldn't be where we're speculating on the possibilities of what it could be. This is not an internal NSA CIA investigation. This is some jerk off magazine for some reason sticking their nose into some fucking whatever that I don't care about, and then not telling me what they found, but being like, imagine what we found.
I mean,
you're not going to show us?
I mean, they're coming out with one crazy thing after another. The bear story, the whale head story. The law enforcement of the federal government is investigating him on this whale story from decades ago. This is nuts.
Yeah,
what
get right
doing.
on that, guys. That's great.
So
that's great that there's a mass human trafficking problem
all
across America, and you're spying on everybody. You can't stop that. But we'll get to the bottom of this whale head shit that I could care less about.
So here's the dumbest response. This person says, I'm going to leave this here. Maybe, just maybe, consider RFK's role as a 70-year-old on a 31-year-old female reporter. Like y'all are self-proclaimed feminists, but on Twitter, you're just full-on bullies. So she's saying that...
Is this a grown-up?
This is...
No, it's not a grown-up. It's a chick named Nomiki that says y'all like she's an old Southern black Popeyes commercial lady. Y'all, no, you're an Asian chick. Stop saying y'all.
So
that's just, I hate that.
So Catherine Brodsky says, at what point are women adults who are responsible for their own decisions? Never. I say not till 45, apparently.
No, none of us ever are adults. We await our instructions of what to think. Or we will be children forever in the perfect utopia they're making.
Or is feminism about making women children with no agency forever? That's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like.
That's the same as everything. Everything was designed to make you a child forever.
That's
so that you're not in control of shit. That's the goal of everything. That's why Alex Jones yells like that.
So then she says, so you've never known about predatory behavior? First of all, she didn't answer any of those questions. At what point are women adults? At what point are women adults who are responsible for their own decisions? And is feminism
such as to text? And
is feminism about making children out of women with no agency forever? What did you want to answer any of those questions? What point? What age? Okay. So down here, the Horizon says, ha ha ha, what a clown response after your clown argument got destroyed. Do you see the ratio on this? First of all, she got ratio on her own thing. 1.5 thousand responses to 600. So you think normal shame would kick in at that point. But it doesn't. These people have no normal shame, people like this.
These are someone named Nomiki would head into that Japanese forest when you've shamed your family.
She's not Japanese. I don't know what she is. Maybe she is. Who knows? I don't know.
100%.
Doesn't matter.
Nomiki.
But here it is. 7 point. I think it's Greek. It's spelled Nomiki.
She said how to pronounce it. Nomiki. Yeah. That is how Japanese people do it.
So Nomiki would be Greek. Let's not get in the weeds on that. 7,000.
Okay.
7,000 likes. You think at some point she would go normal shame. But these people lack normal embarrassment and shame. It doesn't matter how many times they get humiliated. It's like water off a duck's ass to people like this.
Oh, yeah. It's almost as if they've been programmed, isn't it?
Here's a little bit more. I mean, the predatory behavior is coming from the person taking advantage of a senior citizen with brainworms.
Thank you, Celia, for bringing some reason. Much like the Stephen Hawking on Epstein Island, people were disappointed in him for being at Epstein Island. If he was at a sex party at Epstein Island, he is a victim. He is a man in a wheelchair who has to blink to make it move. There's no way he's the guy in power there.
So I like what Grayson says. This makes no sense. After reading the reporting, nothing suggests that anything wasn't consensual. She engaged in the activity. RFK wasn't her boss. She had power as a reporter. She wasn't preyed upon. She just acted unethically. Adults should be responsible for their actions. When are women considered adults and responsible for their own decisions? Or should women be infantilized forever? Because to take the power that comes with being responsible away from women is sexist. So, of course, what that woman's doing is she's actually being sexist to Olivia Nuzzi. She's saying women are too dumb to know what they're doing when they're 31 years old. They don't have agency, and women are like little children that need to be protected by men all the time. That's sexist. The sexist person here isn't RFK Jr. It's the... Go ahead. What do you want to say?
Wait. That guy Grayson made a great point. The thing that this woman's saying that, when a women adult, this reporter didn't make a complaint, it said she had to admit to something.
Yes, she didn't make a complaint.
So you to even argue what you just argued, we're already way off what happened.
Yeah.
We're already way into bizarro world. This guy Grayson said, I forgot, I didn't realize till you read that. The argument is she was unethical and didn't disclose so they're purposely trying to make it, this is another crossing state lines thing.
Yes.
They're trying to make it like, power imbalance, which by the way, feminism's dead, you morons talking that shit. Thank you, trans community, for destroying feminism. Can't thank you enough. That's gone. But it's not a matter of that. They're trying to make this into that and have it both ways, but it's not that. That woman in the article, it said she was like, I should have disclosed it, sorry. So she got in trouble. She didn't come out and say he did something.
Right.
So now we're having an argument about when women are adults, like we're not adults. That's a slick move they do.
So what she's doing is rooted in the thinking that women aren't capable and are lesser than men mentally. That's exactly what...
You've seen them breakdance at the Olympics. So,
so I just wanted to show the dumbest response, and the dumbest response came from her. And she has no normal shame, and that's why she's a habitual liar. We've run into her before. But anyway,
change your name to No Me Have Shame.
No Me Have Shame.
Me have no shame.
Yes. Okay, so, and by the way, as CNN describes her as one of America's most acclaimed magazine writers, but apparently she's a little baby girl when it comes to a 70-year-old man. You little baby.
Well, I don't think she is. I think CNN thinks that.
No.
I don't understand it. Letterman was banging an intern, and he has a show on Netflix.
Yeah, remember that? Letterman was banging a 23-year-old intern or something, right? She was pretty young.
Hey, Dick Cheney plotted 9/11, and he's endorsing Kamala.
Hey, come see us on tour. We'll be in Tempe, Arizona, Burbank, California, and we're going to be in Honolulu, January 11th. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets.